Morning, Nick. Is David here yet?
I haven't seen him.
See this bloody man? I told him to get here early today. He just don't bloody listen.
Go easy on him, Mr. Des. He has a long way to travel to get here.
Well, that's not my fault. He should move closer.
What, so he can be at your beck and call 24/7?
Well, it would be nice.
Morning.
Don't you bloody morning me. You were supposed to be here an hour ago with my breakfast.
Mr. Des, you were still sleeping an hour ago.
That's not the point. I wanted it here for when I woke up, but it wasn't. Now my morning is ruined, which means my whole day is ruined. Nice one, David.
I'm sorry.
Well, sorry ain't gonna make this day any better, is it? Now, where's my breakfast?
I didn't get it.
What? Why not?
Because I'm going on strike.
Strike? What do you have to strike about?
Well, my cousin told me that by law you have to pay me the national minimum wage. She said that you could get a big fine if you didn't.
Oh, did she? Did you tell your cousin that you don't pay tax on national insurance from your wage?
Well, no.
And did you tell her that I pay your rent every month?
Well, no, but if you paid me more, then I could pay my rent each month. Makes sense, Mr. Des. The rent is only £16 a month.
Butt out of this, Nick.
Fine.
So, you're not going to be doing any work today?
Nope, and I'm not going to be doing any work until I get what I'm entitled to.
Is that right?
Yep.
Alright, see ya.
What?
If you're not going to work, then there's no reason for you to be here. Go home.
Okay. You know, you could just pay David more money. He gets £100 a week working for us, and it's a full-time job.
£100 a week?
Yeah, well, my £50 and your £50.
Oh, yeah. He earns more than enough for someone who doesn't pay tax or insurance. I don't know what he whines about sometimes.
I do get it. He's a 23-year-old. He's not a teenager looking to make a quick buck.
Well, that's not my problem.
Surely you can't be this heartless. He does a lot for us, Mr. Des, and spends more time at the apartment than we do.
Yeah, and he has free food and Sky TV. He's got a good setup.
You know you're going to regret this, right?
Oh, yeah, and why is that?
Because I don't think you realise just how much David does at home, and I'm not going to step up and start doing it all.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know what you're like. If David's not there, you're going to expect me to cook, clean, do the washing, go shopping, or anything else you're too lazy to do, but it ain't happening.
I can take care of myself, you know.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. It seems weird coming home from work and not seeing David here. I remember when I first moved in, I didn't want him here at all, and now he's become a big part of my life.
David who?
Really?
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know a David. Oh, unless you're talking about David Williams. Oh, he's hilarious. I want that one.
You're so childish sometimes.
Yeah, if you say so. What's for dinner?
Whatever you want.
Oh, could I have a homemade burger and chips?
Of course you can. If you leave now, you might get to the supermarket before the rush starts.
What do I need the supermarket for?
Well, we don't have stuff in to make burgers, and even if we did, I wouldn't make it for you.
Why not?
Because you said you can take care of yourself. Anyway, my dinner's already sorted out.
Oh, what you got?
Salmon and couscous.
What's couscous?
No, couscous. It's pasta.
Oh, well, it stinks.
Well, it's food.
Nick, I'm not fussed. I'll just order a takeaway and relax in front of the TV.
No time to relax, I'm afraid. You still need to take Rocky for a walk, feed him, do a wash, iron your clothes for tomorrow, prepare your lunch for tomorrow and have a shower. If you're lucky, you might get to watch the news at 10.
Seriously? I've got to do all of that?
Yep. That's what David used to do for you. Now you've run him out of the apartment, you have to do it all yourself. More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way.
What's going on out there?
It's David. He's protesting.
Oh, yeah, because that's going to work.
I'm going to take him a drink. He must be thirsty.
Don't worry, let me do it.
Okay, I'll make sure you sort this mess out with him.
Yeah, okay.
More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way.
David, I've got you a drink.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ow! There you go. All done for you, Nick. I'll see you later.
Oh, David, you're back. Thank God. I tried to use the iron last night and burnt 4 of my shirts.
I'm not back, Mr. Des. I was just giving Nick his lunch for work.
Oh, okay. Did you make me some lunch?
No, I'm taking a stand against you.
Why just me? You work for Nick too?
Yeah, but Nick doesn't treat me like crap. You do.
But you do the same for both of us. How is it any different?
I'll tell you. When Nick asks me to go shopping for him, he gives me the money to buy his stuff. You always tell me that you'll pay me later, but you never do. Nick cleans up after himself and tries to make my work less hectic, but you seem to make more mess just to keep me busy. Nick actually treats me like a friend, whereas you treat me like a slave.
Yeah, I know.
Bye, Mr. Des. I'm so disappointed in you.
I don't care. Do you really think it bothers me that David's upset with me or that you're disappointed in me?
Well, it should.
No, it shouldn't. Everybody's replaceable, Nick. Even you.
Yeah, you wished.
I'm going through a bit of a dilemma at the moment. On the one hand, I want David to come back and do all the things around here that I hate doing. On the other hand, I don't want to admit defeat because I don't like losing. Life is getting harder though. Take last night for example. I got home from work at 6 and Rocky needed to be taken for a walk, then again at 8 and then again at 9:30. I've done more walking yesterday than I've done in the past month. To top that, I had to cook my own dinner, sort out my clothes for work and tidy up. All because I told Nick I don't need any bloody help. What do I do?
Time to watch some news and then get some sleep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm knackered.
I do a lot for him and he treats me like
Seriously?
garbage. He doesn't even pay me the national minimum wage. All I want is what's owed to me and to be treated fairly. Oh my, David managed to get his story on the news.
Oh, this is not good, Nick. Now people are gonna hate me.
I doubt it. People don't even know who he's talking about.
If you ever get offered a job with this man, do not take it. It will be the worst mistake you ever make.
Oh, okay, now they know. You might want to lay low for a little while.
This man also lives there, but he is cool. He will make sure you are treated fairly and will take a genuine interest in you. He's also single, so if anybody's looking...
Bless him. At least I won't get targeted now.
Yeah, that's super.
You do know you're going to have to sort this out sooner rather than later.
I would, but I don't know how to.
The way I see it, you have two options.
Oh yeah, and what are they?
Pay David the national minimum wage or sack him.
The minimum wage would be too much to pay him. He wouldn't be earning much less than me.
Well, then you need to let him go and continue doing everything for yourself then.
I don't want to do that either.
Well, that's your choice. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, night.
More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way. More pay, that's the way.
What the hell is going on out here? You got a following there, David?
These people saw me on the news and wanted to show their support.
Well, you all need to do one so I can speak to David in private.
Anything you have to say to me, Mr. Daz, you can say in front of my followers.
Okay, I've changed my mind then. You're fired.
What? No, they can go away. Let's talk.
Super. Right, we need to sort this mess out because it's getting out of hand.
Okay.
First, can you tell me how you managed to get the story on the news?
A friend of mine works for the production company and pulled a few strings.
Wow, clever. Right, so now about the money. What do you suggest we do?
I think you should pay me the national minimum wage.
You're right. That's what I'm going to do. Me and Nick will split it so you get a fair pay.
Mr. Daz, I can't afford to pay out that much money.
Well, you should have thought of that before you started picking sides.
Well, that's...
I don't want to hear it, Nick. You wanted David to be treated fairly and that's what's going to happen.
Thank you, Mr. Daz.
You're welcome, David. This is the form that you will need to fill in before you sign your contract.
What is it?
It's just for your personal information. If I'm going to pay you the minimum wage, then it's all going to be above board.
What does that mean?
It means that I'm going to need your national insurance number and bank details for tax purposes.
But if it's above board, then my mum will lose out on her benefits and then you'll have to start paying full rent on our apartment.
Oh, no. If I'm going to pay you the national minimum wage, then I'm not going to be able to afford to pay your rent on top. That will become your responsibility.
But then I will end up earning less than what I do now.
Well, that's the price you have to pay to make this all legit.
Well, I'm
not done. You will be required to work 40 hours per week over 6 days and you get 20 days a year paid holiday. There are no health benefits, but a pension scheme will be set up. Your working hours will be 8 AM until 2 PM Monday to Saturday, and that is non-negotiable.
But I need to take my sister to school at that time, Mr. Daz.
Well, then you need to arrange for someone to take her so you can get to work.
I don't think this is a good idea.
What's that?
Can we just stick to the current setup? It works out better for me.
So, no more talk about minimum wage or going on strike?
No, I'm done with that.
Good. Glad we sorted that out.
As much as the man gets on my nerves, you've got to admire his determination to never let anybody get the better of him. He's just managed to get David to stop his strike and not give him any increase in anything. You don't get no more money, no added benefits and no change to working schedules. Say what you want about the man, but he's a genius.
Hi, Mr. Daz. I'm done for the day.
Okay, David. See you tomorrow.
I'm sorry about the last few days. I didn't mean to cause you any stress.
David, listen. If you worked for a company that was mugging you off, then I would support you 100%, but you're not. You chose to work this job because it's tax-free and flexible. It might only be £400 per month, but it benefits you a lot more than a legit job would.
I know. I just don't end up with a lot of money at the end of the month, so a little more would have been nice.
Well, see ya.
Bye, Mr. Daz.
David.
Yeah?
I will start paying you £500 per month. Me and Nick will split it, so it should help you out a little bit more.
Thank you, Mr. Daz.
You're welcome.